one MLB player prop here on PrizePicks for Tuesday, June 27th. Before I get started, there's a link in the description below. You can sign up for PrizePicks there. 100% deposit match. Discord link in the description. The main server is currently completely free. We also have that Patreon link in there as well, where I do post all the plays that I'm making on PrizePicks for each game and sport that I do play. Again, I'm not a gambling expert, and this is not financial advice. This is simply just the plays I'm personally looking at making. Hopefully give you guys some insight and analysis to then make your own player prop decisions here. But we have a massive slate. We have 3 Wnba games, and then I believe 15 or 14 MLB games. So a massive slate. We also have the Taco Tuesday. I guess there's already a League of Legends taco on the board here. Looks like some significant value, down from 9 to 5.5. So obviously going to be taking the over on that. But I got 2 plays here that I am targeting, one WNBA and one MLB. Let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. So the first one is a WNBA prop. It's going to be a first half PRA. It's going to be Alyssa Thomas. I got to go back to her here. She's had at least 17 PRA in like 7 of her last 7 games. And we took this a few days ago and she hooked us at 17. But I'm going back to her here. Has had 17, 20, 25, 17, and 24 PRA in the first half over her last 5 games. So taking a look at this one, there's no Brianna Jones. You know, the Connecticut Sun's second best player is out for the season with an Achilles injury. So it's really allowing or having Alyssa Thomas be a little bit more of a playmaker than she normally is already, but just having to score the ball a little bit more. Taking a look at this game here, it's looking like 167 over under. New York's going to be 5-point favorites here, but there's a few reasons why I like Alyssa Thomas in this spot. So we take a look at Alyssa Thomas in the first half, right? She's in the full game. She's played 20 and 33 minutes over her last 2. But before that, played 3 straight games of 40-plus minutes. In the first half, though, Alyssa Thomas this season at home, she's averaging like 16.4 PRA in the first half, 18.8 minutes per game, which is by far the most on the team. The second most was Brianna Jones, who, again, is now out for the season. Again, Brianna Jones in the first half through 6 home games, 10.7 points, 4.7 rebounds, and 1.2 assists. So, like, Brianna Jones was averaging, like, close to 16 PRA, and now that 16 PRA is completely out of the lineup. But Alyssa Thomas, like I said, 18.8 minutes per game in the first half, 6.1 points per game, 5.7 rebounds, 4.6 assists, comes out to like 16.7, I think, PRA for Alyssa Thomas. So I like this spot a lot here. Versus the New York Liberty, allowing this second most rebounds to forwards in the WNBA, as well as the 4th most points per game, and then the, I believe, 5th most assists per game to forwards in the WNBA. Take a look at some odds here over on Outlier. Again, link at the top of the description of this video. You get a 7-day free trial with Outlier. In my opinion, the best sports research tool for sports betting. She's at minus 125 to go over 10.5 rebounds, which should help us quite a bit here on that first half's PRA line. And then we look at some other ball handlers or main ball handlers for opposing teams versus the New York Liberty in recent games. We saw Natasha Cloud, who is again the point guard. Alyssa Thomas is the point guard for this team. Natasha Cloud had 23, 11, and 6 in 38 minutes. And then when the Liberty just faced the Atlanta Dream, the 2 main ball handlers for that team, Alicia Gray had 17, 4, and 2, and Ryan Howard had 24, 6, and 2. Now, none of those players that I just mentioned are the player that Alyssa Thomas is at filling up the stat sheet. So I think it's a great spot for Alyssa Thomas. You kind of see, if we take a look at a couple of things here, like really at home this season, full game, 14, 11, and 7.9. I mean, pretty much both of her rebounds go up at home and her assists stay the same, but we know historically teams shoot much better at home, so it should help her assist opportunities. I like Alyssa Thomas here a lot, over 17.5 PRA. We just take a look at over her last 5 versus Los Angeles, Seattle, and Chicago are, you know, her 3 games where she went over on this line versus Los Angeles, Seattle, and Chicago. And 2 of those games were on the road. I mean, she had against Chicago at home. Like I said, she plays extremely well at home. She had 24 PRA in the first half. So I like Alyssa Thomas over 17.5 PRA in the first half here. And the second play here is going to be one that, you know, I feel like this play has been polarizing based on what's been talking about in the Discord, things like that in the more early morning hours of the trading, or I guess of the sports betting day. Taj Bradley. I think this is a super polarizing play, and a lot of people are interested in it. I'm going to take the over on this here. I think at bare minimum we get push potential here for Taj Bradley. I like his 5 strikeouts here against Arizona. Now, the one caveat here is Arizona doesn't strike out a ton. Like, Arizona is like 3rd or 4th lowest strikeout rate in baseball. But take a look at Taj Bradley. He's gone over this 4 of his last 5 games. But more specifically, when Taj Bradley's on the road, like, we take a look at Taj Bradley's splits this season. Now, I mean, it's not a massive sample size. He's only made How many starts has he made? I guess he made a decent amount of starts. 10 starts. On the road, though, 2.13 ERA. Opponents hitting 204 against him, and he's got 38 Ks compared to 33 Ks. So he's split evenly. Five starts on the road, 5 starts away, 38 strikeouts on the road. And we look at across baseball, across the entire major leagues, right? Since April 18th, starting pitchers with at least 20 innings. Taj Bradley, the highest strikeouts per 9 innings and the highest strikeout percentage in baseball on the road. 13.5 strikeouts per 9 innings for Taj Bradley. Now, he's not pitching a ton of innings here, right? I think he's been averaging 4.5 innings of work per game, which is the only interesting spot here for him. So he's going to obviously need to get going early here. But at 5, I think we get insane push potential. I mean, this is a guy who's hit in 8 of 10 games this season, right? 8 of 10 games this season, he's gone over this line. He's gone over this line in 4 of 5 games on the road as well. And I mean, he's gone over this line against some teams that you consider tough at striking out. He had 6 strikeouts versus Houston, and that was one of his first starts of the year. He's been on an absolute tear, 11 strikeouts and 8 strikeouts over his last 2 games. We take a look at some odds here as well. Now, he's over 4.5, right, is what we need for the push. Minus 209 to go over 4.5 Ks. So, I mean, FanDuel minus 209 to give us 5 strikeouts tonight. You can see the hit rate over his last 10, 80% hit rate here. Again, the caveat is that the Diamondbacks don't strike out a ton here, but I've just got to go with the data behind this. I think he can kind of strike out anyone. I mean, if we take a look, we know Houston is one of the lower, strikeouts percentage teams, K percentage teams. I mean, he had 6 strikeouts versus them in 5 innings. So 13.5 strikeouts, you guys, on the road here for Taj Bradley. I just think it's a too low of a line here for him to at least push for us. And then also, the Diamondbacks haven't faced him yet. He's a rookie pitcher. The Diamondbacks have yet to face this guy. If you look at the highlights of his stuff is absolutely nasty. And I got to go the over on here. Now, if you don't like this play, don't tail it, because again, this is a polarizing play here. But minus 209 to go over 4.5. I like the strong push potential here with the chance of maybe Taj Bradley just locking in, going crazy, getting a 6 Ks tonight. So here are the 2 plays here for this YouTube video. It's going to be Alyssa Thomas over 17.5 PRA in the first half. Taj Bradley over 5 strikeouts. Again, let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about these two. Drop a like on this video, hit that subscribe button, and as always, let's cash.